Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. You like bonus content? Well, here's your fourth video of the day. We have Brianna on night one. Of course, remember, she was America's Rose recipient winner from the live show, the After the Final Rose, when Zach met the first of his batch of ladies. And she said they blocked me from seeing Zach, physically blocked her from seeing Zach on night one. I'm going to reveal this drama and play what she said in a second. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals, patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind-the-scenes bonus content. If you like what I do and want to support the channel, one of the ways in which you can do that is by joining the Patreon. It helps us out. And Bachelor Rush Hour, the afternoon podcast, will have more content over there. So before I play what Brianna said, here's a very funny TikTok that's making the rounds from a comedian in, I believe, Kansas City, Missouri. Let's see if it's Kansas City. And she, this is her application video for The Bachelor. Have a watch.
This video is for whoever does the casting for the television show The Bachelor. So if you don't do the casting for that show, you can keep scrolling. Hi, my name is Brittany Tylander. I'm a nanny and comedian from Kansas City, Missouri, and I would love to be considered as a contestant on your next season of The Bachelor. Little bit about me. I have a 10-year-old dog named Clyde. I love Korean food.
All right. If you're a good comedian, you know the rule of threes. You start with two normal things, and then you hit them with a third.
I've never done blackface.
There it is. How funny. I got a dog named Clyde. I love Korean food, and I've never done blackface. Love it. Love it, love it.
I know that's kind of a prerequisite for you guys. I have done one of those charcoal face masks from CVS.
Me too.
But that's about as close as I'll get to blackface, because I do think it's an egregious act and there's zero excuse for it. Another fun fact about me, I do weigh over 200 pounds.
Nope.
I know what you're thinking. No! This video is for whoever...
Oh, I didn't see the ending when I first watched it. That's funny. I love the hard cut. Very good. Very funny out there. You know, comedy shines light on the absurd. And of course, the show's absurd. We've got problematic behavior and she's exposing it. All right, Brianna. Here she is. 3 clips for you. First of 3. This one's titled Brianna shares her experience entering the mansion with America's first impression rose. Love that Tarzan and Jane single shoulder top, whatever she's wearing. Let's hear what she has to say right now.
How are your thoughts, or how are you feeling about, I'm going to be walking in, you know, if you've watched the show or people who watch the show know that a lot of times people who receive the first impression rose or a rose in these intense situations, there's a lot of pressure on your back, or there's a huge target on your back, and people aren't always the nicest. Did that ever cross your mind? Did you ever have that worry of, this is really exciting and I'm here for Zach, but I'm going in and other women might not like me right off the bat because of this?
Yeah, honestly, Michelle, you are so right, because that was something that I was actually really concerned about. Just because of the fact that, like, I was so excited and I was so happy, because I feel like when America saw Zach and I, like, they felt what I was feeling. Like, in that moment, like, I genuinely was feeling like head over heels. I was feeling the connection. I was feeling the chemistry. And I feel like it really translated well. And going into this show, I was feeling like, God, like, how am I going to do more than this? Like, or are people going to kind of want to be a certain way towards me because I came in with this already? Because, like, honestly, like, I'm not, like, an arrogant person. I'm not someone who wants to make anyone feel bad. And I know having to come in with the rose and not only have it, but walk around with it all night, like, I know that can be kind of an anxiety point for other people who don't have it yet. So, like, coming in already having it, and not only having it, but, like, having to literally hold it in my hand all night. Like, I was kind of trying to be, like, you know, hold it, like, kind of low, or hold it behind my back. Like, I was really trying not to seem like I'm kind of, like, showing it off, because that was not my intention. Like, if I was the other girl's position, I would be like, oh my God, like, she's walking around with this rose. I don't have one. I'm so stressed out. And, like, I put myself in their shoes and I get that. Yeah. I think what people didn't understand about the situation was that, you know, despite the fact that, yes, like, I am safe, like, this is also my first opportunity to really get to know Zach as well. Like, outside of what you all saw on TV, Zach and I didn't really get a chance to speak. So it was.
And what we have to remember, too, is there's plenty of times where it's the first impression rose recipient. Now, she's America's Rose, but the first impression rose, they get the rose, and then they just, like, kind of sit back and relax and kind of let other people get their shot. And then the love dies away. The spark goes away. It's like you got the first fire, but then you don't put the logs on the fire. It's going to go out.
It was really tough for me because, you know, all night I was getting comments like, oh, you don't need to talk to him. Like, you're safe. Or like, oh, like, why did you come wearing that dress? Like, you know, you could have worn sweatpants. I'm like, you know, guys, like, I'm here for the same experience as you.
All right, so she's like, I'm here doing what you're trying to do, but of course they're going to do what they need to do, which is protect themselves and try to kick her out. All right, Brianna's main character energy.
Were you more nervous to see him again or to walk into the mansion and see all of the 30 plus women sitting around, like, because you were the last one. They were waiting for you. They knew you were coming. So that.
By the way, the odds of Brianna being the next Bachelorette are very high in my book. As far from what we've gotten so far, it's like, if that ain't your next Bachelorette, I don't know what is. Or she's looking like fantastic.
Had to be very daunting walking into.
Honestly, walking in for the girls, like, that was fun for me.
Yeah.
Yes, main character energy.
Right, I was like, I'm gonna do my little swirl. I gotta twirl on them real quick and, you know, take my seat. So I was not actually.
She said, I'm gonna squirrel on them real quick. I'm not familiar with these marsupial terms. Is squirrel a marsupial? What's a squirrel? Either way, maybe she's there to get her nut. All right, folks.
Not nervous about the part. I was more nervous about like the night and living in the house than I was about like just walking in and seeing everybody, because at the end of the day, like, I actually am there to make friends. I'm like, you know, a lot of people say like, I'm here to find love for sure, but like, I love and value my female relationships so much. Like, those are my highest priority in life. So I was so excited to get in there and like hopefully find people who I could connect with genuinely for life.
Yeah,
like, you know,
I will say that is the best part.
It really is, and
yeah, I mean, you're 1 out of 30, so the odds that you're gonna find love are minimal, but the odds you're gonna have lasting friendships pretty much 100%.
You spend so much time with the women, so it's like you hear those people like, I'm not here to make friends. No, you're not. Like, but your friends are what get you through. but the friends are what get you through this, and they're the ones that understand. Yeah,
exactly. Like romantic love, you know, it can come and it can go, but like real true friends who are like sisters are like so few and far between. Like, I know that this is the kind of environment where you can really find those people in your life. So
yeah, and it's like, how many other people are going to know what you've gone through? You know, only the people on your season and other alumni know what it's all about. All right, final clip. Brianna was blocked from conversations with Zach. Have a listen. Oh, hold on. Let's go back to the beginning here.
Like the obvious person who kind of went out of their way to put me down. Like, most people were really nice. There would be the occasional snide comment from like, you know, like girls being like I said, like, why didn't you wear sweatpants? Like, you don't need to wear that dress. And, you know,
it would be iconic if she showed up in sweatpants and like hair curlers and just brought a book and she's like, I'll be waiting on the couch for you.
Like, you don't need to talk to him tonight. And so I was really trying to be cognizant of the fact that, like, you know, it would look bad if I pull Zach first, second, third, fourth, fifth, even 10th. Pretty much, honestly, if the girl was pulling Zach at all that night, was looking bad. Because I finally got to talk to him and it was like maybe 4:30 a.m. And literally people were like physically trying to get in the way of me going in there. So
what? It was, like, literally stop you from
like, I'm standing outside, like, waiting for the conversation to kind of have a little lull. And people were like, you better not go in there. Like, do not go in there and talk to him.
I love it. Do not go in there. Do you guys remember that quote from the hit movie, Jim Carrey's finest work on Ace Ventura, when he says, do not go in there? Have a watch. Comes out of the bathroom. Look at him. Everyone's looking.
Do not go in there.
Woo! Oh, I want to watch that movie. Very funny.
You already have a rose.
Wow. That's okay. There is I don't know if any people at home understand this or watch this, but it's not as easy as people think to just go in and interrupt a conversation. Like, it's already such an unnatural process with everything going on, and you're like trying to read the room, but there's different implied rules in the room and pressures, and it's so uncomfortable, but you also like value yourself and you should get to talk to him.
Plus, we're also talking to I can't speak for Brianna yet, but with Michelle and Becca, they are both finalists. They both were bachelorettes. So it's got to be tough. In the old interview, I think tomorrow, Madison, I think they're interviewing. Madison will be on one of the Bachelor podcasts tomorrow Madison from North Dakota, who didn't make it through night one. So it's one thing to have the gumption to go interrupt him when you're one of the top contenders. There's another when it's like you're kind of not really in a position to do that.
And he clearly wanted to talk to you.
Well, and I love how you approached the conversation with him and you addressed it right away. You're like, look, some people think maybe because I'm already safe, I already have this rose, I shouldn't necessarily have pulled you aside and made time. But again, like, this is the first real time that you have to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And so I like that you approached it that way. And he, like Michelle just said, he wanted to talk to you.
Get into Michelle. Oh, we didn't get Michelle's time. And of course, that's America's first impression rose. So she still doesn't have the confidence that he's attracted to her or likes her. She kind of got just America's rose, which isn't going to get her into, it's not like America gets to vote on the fantasy suite. Although that would be funny if they, instead of having 3 fantasy suites, they did 4. And it's like, here's a 3, but America really wants you to bang this chick or whatever. Hey, that's America talking, not me. All right, folks. Well, look, this was your bonus content. If you enjoy bonus content, give this video a like, thumbs up, and also don't forget, subscribe to the podcast, link in the comment section, or if you want to put some bread in my tip jar, patreon.com/Dave Neal. We will be back tomorrow on Friday with all the content that you need and some of it that you didn't ask for, but we're going to make it either way. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.